Dear viewers, in this unplanned episode 6 of season 1 of Following Christ, I prepare to discuss you respect. Now, unlike following videos, this one is completely unscripted. I just thought of it at the top of my head. Men want to be respected. They yearn for respect. And that's why the hardworking men do what they do. They do hard work and they don't complain about it. That's what earns them the respect. That's a high value man, right? And that's why most relationships don't work out. It's because the man feels unrespected or disrespected by his woman. That is totally his responsibility. Most men don't deserve respect nowadays because they're not hardworking, they're slothful, they're lazy, their work ethic sucks. They mope. And here's something that I believe most, especially young men nowadays, struggle with is, yes, depression is real in the sense that you feel it, but it's not a disease, as Andrew Tate says. But also, tell me why that most young men, and I know it's true because I've done it, want to stay in that depression state. What you want to be a victim. You want people to feel bad for you. So you complain and you stay in this victim mentality mindset. You want to stay in that prolonged period time of feeling sad for yourself. Why would you want that? That does not earn you respect. It earns you disrespect. Right? And so, do you think people respected Jesus? Absolutely. Even the people that didn't like him respected him because he did what others didn't have the courage to do. Even though he knew it was life-threatening and some very powerful people were after him, he still continued to do his work because that is what had to be done. That is what most men nowadays don't understand, or they do understand and they don't take action. You must do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. You have to do what you have to do. That's what earns the respect that you yearn for. Sitting around on the TV, moping, complaining, watching high school dramas just so you can feel a sense of being young again, or if you are this, let's be honest, you guys. Let's be honest. We watch, we've watched those shows with the teenage girls and the guys. Maybe they're not actually teenage, but you get the point. They're acting like it because we want to indulge in our lust, right? We're watching those for lustful reasons. You don't like that. You don't like that movie. I know you don't. It's cringy. It's dumb. No real plot. It's the same movies over and over, but yet you continue to watch them because you want to have an excuse to indulge in your sin. Oh well, it's not porn. It's not Instagram pictures, but it's still sin. It's still sin. Now I want to go back to a point that I made in a previous video. Do not use the fact that Jesus died for you and that your sins can be forgiven to sin. And again, I'll tell the story. This guy, who I sort of know via someone I work with, said, "You're young, why don't you go out there and party and get with girls and this and that?" He says, "Jesus can forgive, man. He's this and that. He died for you." Yeah, he did. He died for me so my sins could be forgiven so that I could enter the kingdom of heaven. But that's just definitely not an excuse for me to go sin. That's like me giving you a chance to do something, and I sacrifice something for that, but yet you keep denying it. And you're like, oh, but it's there when I want to do it. Even though I sacrificed a lot for it, a lot to give for it, you just like, well, I'll just do it some other time. I want to do this. I want to indulge in eating. That's not how it works. Jesus didn't die just so you can go around looking at women, having too much pride, just feeling bad for yourself and complaining and not being a man. He didn't die just for that. I can tell you right now, that does not give you any respect as a man. I would not respect you if you were like that. And if here's another personal story. There's this woman I know, about 20 years of age, and she's dating this guy who sits around on the couch, barely has a job, and he's had so many different jobs, and he only stays at the job for 2 weeks. 2 weeks he only stays at that job, and then he quits. Says, oh, well, this happened, they didn't like, blah, blah, blah. Excuses. He just can't hold a job because he's lazy. He wants his woman to pay the bills. That is not a man. You don't get respect from that. What would you want to live a life like that? Sitting on the couch letting your woman pay your bills? No. It's not okay. Men, we need to step it up. The second coming of Christ comes sooner each and every day. We don't know the day. He doesn't know the day. Only God knows the day. But you have to prepare. Because one day, you might decide, hey, I want to follow Christ. And the next day, he shows up just like that. He's going to show up as fast as lightning. And it's going to be too late. Well, say this. Say tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to start believing in Christ. I'm going to start going to church. Blah, blah, blah. Then he shows up. It's too late. You're done. That's not what you want, is it? You want to be a God-fearing man, hard-working man, a respectable man, with a God-fearing family. That's what you want. Stop making excuses and start doing the hard work now. Do the hard work now so you don't have to when you're older. Set it up. Set your life up from right now. Make sure to subscribe if you want to watch further videos on this topic.